Hey everyone, James Reeves with TFBTV. You're watching TFBTV Showtime. We're at TriggerCon 2022. Stay tuned for more of that content. But right now, I'm with the guys at Crusader Arms. They've got the Templar, which is essentially, I mean, to me, it looks a little like an AR-180.
So it is based off the AR-180. So the operating system inside is AR-180. So it runs on 2 rails. It has the same design of bolt. One of the differences between this and other AR-180s is we added a steel insert so the cam rides on that and it doesn't wear any portion of the upper receiver, because that has been an issue in the past. This is a monolithic design, so it's all one piece of billet 6061 aluminum. This is all billet 6061 aluminum as well. It's a piston driven gun, short stroke piston, the 3/8 diameter piston, mid-length, standard AR-15 barrel, mid-length. Being from Canada, you know, we've had issues with AR-15s. They banned them all. So one of the things we did with this gun is we moved the lockup points of the front and rear takedown pins about 1 millimeter out of position so that this gun will not fit AR-15 uppers or lowers. Therefore, this is not an AR-15. So if the government decides that you are not, you know, safe enough to own an AR-15, this is not an AR-15.
Explain to me, if I'm somebody who owns AR-15s, why do I care about an AR-180 or a short stroke piston design?
Well, one of the key features of that is this.
Right.
Your AR-15 can't do that.
Folding stock because you don't need to have a buffer tube.
There's no buffer.
Your AR-15.
So what we added to this design was we actually left the buffer hole in there though. So if you really like that stock, you can still put it on. It's underneath here.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
One screw, this comes off, you put your AR buffer tube on and go ahead.
Adjustable gas or no?
No adjustable gas. This is just a self-regulating bleed-off system.
I see.
Yep.
All right, so it's self-regulating. So if I put hotter ammo, it's going to.
It should just bleed off and work just fine. We tested it with lots of different brands of ammunition.
Any compatibility with the original AR-180? Yeah.
So in a sense, yes. Like the bolt hold open lever inside is AR-180. So this little thing is different, but the inside piece is the same. The bolt is technically the same. Whether the tolerances are the same between such an old gun to what we're making now, I'm not 100% sure on. The bolt face is 100% AR-15 because it has to coincide with this barrel.
And you're not just a sales guy. You designed this gun yourself.
Yeah, so me and my team, I'm not going to take all the credit, but you know, I got some good guys that work for me, and together so there's a few AR-180 platforms on the market. We designed this gun in Canada, so we're not allowed to have AR-15. So we designed an AR-180 in Canada, and we looked at what was being done, and we just decided to upgrade everything from what everybody else was doing. So thicker piston, mid-length gas, so it's not so abusive, add in the steel rail. Other than that, it takes all your AR-15 controls, all the trigger groups. This is the only guy that's different.
The fire control group, for the most part, if I wanted to buy, say, like a Geisley trigger or something, drop it in there.
Just drop it in there, 2 pins, tighten it up, you're done. One of the things that we added to the gun as well, it is a little heavier of a gun, but we added a lot of steel in places. So it has a front and rear steel trunnion. So this is a steel piece and this is a steel piece that lock it up to the lower receiver. It also allows the trunnion to guide the piston. You get no wear inside the gun from the piston. It just runs in 4140 hardened steel.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Have you done any torture testing, any evaluation?
Yeah, we've done a little bit, like 13 to 2,000 rounds, just shooting it as much as we can. No cleaning, nothing, and it's really held up very, very well.
How does it run suppressed?
So being in Canada, I don't know. I don't know how it runs suppressed. We actually were doing a giveaway with gunzonedeals.com, and he's supplying a suppressor, so we'll know real soon because we're going to start doing some testing in Michigan with a suppressor to make sure it's going to run
Two
properly.
most important questions anytime we do show videos. When, how much?
So the retail on this gun is $17.99, and we're starting to make them right now. So the shop in Michigan, now that COVID bullshit is done, we can finally cross the border and do things that we need to do. That shop is fully up and running, and we're starting to make guns every day. We're not producing a ton of volume yet. That's going to take some time. I'd say we're like 35 to 50 rifles a week is kind of our max at the moment, but hopefully the demand is there and we can up, you know.
How do I get one if I want one?
So right now our only retailer that has these things and is selling them is gunzonedeals.com.
Okay.
They're the only guys currently.
See, I'm glad I asked.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for speaking with me.
No, thanks
if
a lot.
you don't mind, we're going to shoot a few rounds. Guys, stay tuned. We're bringing you more TriggerCon. Take care.